everyone, we're Group 44. Today we're going to talk about energy, which is Module 10. We have the law of conservation of energy, which states that energy can never be created or destroyed. There's a few different forms of energy, which include kinetic, potential, and thermal. Kinetic includes movement, potential is more gravity and springs, and then thermal includes heat. And then we have a few formulas over here. Kinetic is 1/2 times mass times velocity squared, and that's a scalar quantity. And then we also have potential energy, which can either be gravity or springs. Gravity is mass times gravity times height, and then the springs is 1/2 times the constant times x squared. And in our examples today, we're going to use these first two equations right here. Alright, so our problem today, a 20 kilogram child is on a swing that hangs from 3.8 meter long chains. And our question is, what is her maximum speed if she swings out to a 45-degree angle? So how we tackled this problem, we thought of the law of conservation of energy. So we have the initial energy is equal to the final. Initially, we're just going to have the gravitational energy, which is mass times gravity times height. And then finally, we're going to have the kinetic energy, which is 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. So if we solve for the velocity, which is what the question is asking, we get the square root of 2 times gravity times height. Since we don't know the height, we're going to have to solve that. So we sketched a little graph right here. This is the length of the chain, which doesn't change, and then the height at which she swings to, which is h, and then the difference, which is L minus h, and then our theta, which is 45 degrees. So we have the cosine of theta is equal to L minus h over L, and then if we solve for the height, we're going to get L times 1 minus cosine of theta. So if we substitute the h that we just solved for back into our original equation to solve for velocity, we're going to get the square root of 2 times 9.8 times 3.8 times 1 minus cosine of 45. And solving that all out, we're going to get a velocity of 4.7 meters per second. And so the maximum speed that the child can swing to at a 45-degree angle is this velocity of 4.7.